Hello students. Uh, Yesterday we have seen the case of oscillations of a floating cylinder, and also a number of examples of simple harmonic motions we have seen, and whole of the chapters I have just explained you very slowly. I think I have explained you, so there is no confusion at all. Like the case of a spring, the joining cases of a spring, and also about the simple pendulum, case of simple pendulum, case of U-tube, liquid in U-tube, also case of floating cylinder, and damped harmonic, post harmonic motion, and this, what is velocity, acceleration, all these things we have just completed here. And now let's start to solve some conceptual and numerical problems based on this chapter. So some of the questions I have just written here, let's see them and try to answer them. So the basic topic that we have studied, that is the topic of periodic motion. So as you know, what is the periodic motion? The motions which repeats itself after a certain interval of time, after a finite interval of time, that is known as periodic. Suppose just like if somebody is moving on a circle, or just like earth is rounding around the sun. So the time period of the earth, or time of revolution, that is fixed, and here 2 pi rotations is making, and means after 2 pi again it will repeat its path. So this is the case of periodic motion, means after a finite interval of time, if the particle repeats its motion sorry guys, then such types of motions are known as periodic motion. Clear? So here we have to represent which motion is periodic and which motion is not periodic. So you can understand the periodic motions by such examples. The first example is that a swimmer completing one trip from one bank of river to another bank. So suppose this is 2 banks of a river, and the swimmer start to swim from here, and he goes here, and after that he again comes here. So in this way, most of the student will think that here the motion is repeating itself. Again, if swimmer will go back to this bank and again come, then in this way this motion will be periodic. No, this motion is not periodic. As I just told you, after a certain finite interval of time, and that interval of time will be fixed for every time of the to and fro motion. Here to and fro motion is going on, but here the period of movement, that is not fixed. So that's why that can be changed easily, means the time taken by the particle to go from here to here and after coming here, that will be changed. So that is not certain. So that's why this motion is not periodic. This should be same, this should be finite, this should not be changed. Means after again, if it will go from this bank to bank and other it will come, then time will be same. If that is same, then this motion will be periodic that time. Suppose that in swimmer is taking the same time to go from there to there, and again he is coming from there to there in the same time, again he is going from, means the time interval that he is taking, that is fixed. So the motion is to and fro, and time interval is finite here. Then in that case the motion of swimmer will be periodic. But here in the general case, as you know that time is not fixed, so that's why motion will not be periodic. Clear? If there is no certainty, then you can say that motion is not periodic. But if you are going to mention the special case here, then in that special case it will be periodic. Clear? The second question is that a freely suspended bar magnet displaced from its ns direction and released. So suppose a bar magnet that is freely suspended through its ns side, north pole, south pole side, and now it is displaced from its equilibrium position, from its mean position, then what will be in this case? So this case is just same as we have just seen the case of spring mass system, we have seen the case of simple pendulum. So in this way, if displacement will be occurred, then due to displacement inertia, it will try to bring it in its original direction, in its equilibrium position. So that's why a restoring force will be developed in the system, and in such way oscillations will be developed in the system. So here the motion will be periodic as well as it will be oscillatory, and also the motion or the oscillations will be simple harmonic here. So you can understand it very easily. I think there is no problem in this. Next question is that a hydrogen molecule rotating about its center of mass. So suppose we have a diatomic molecule, sorry, okay, and here the two atoms are just like the same, and here this is the center of mass, and an axis is passing through the center of mass. Now this molecule is rotating about this axis. So whether this rotation is periodic or not. So if this will suppose that it will displace in this direction. Suppose this is the two molecules of hydrogen, and here they are joined by cursor, and this is the center of mass of it, and a line is just passing through it. Now it is going to rotate just like this about its center of mass, clear, or the axis passing through the center of mass. So what will be in this case? Actually in this case, as initially it is at balanced condition, it means that a force that is acting on this hydrogen molecule, that is if in this direction, then second will be in this direction, and also that two forces will be equal, and if they will be in opposite direction, then they will produce a torque, they will constitute a torque, and that torque will start to rotate it just like this. So due to rotation, yes, their motion will be totally periodic, because the torque is same, torque is constant here, and in that sense the period of the motion, that is constant, that is finite. So yes, this type of system, diatomic molecules, also these are dipoles. If you are talking about the dipoles, they possessing, if they are rotating, they possessing periodic motion, not simple one, periodic motion. Okay? The next question is that an arrow released from above. So suppose that there is a release of arrow from above. So in that case, obviously it is very simple that the motion is not periodic here. Suppose we are just actually stretching the bow, and now after releasing of the arrow, it will comes back down. But in this way, the time taken by it, that is not constant, that is not finite. To and fro motion can be possible, but time is not finite here. So this motion is not periodic. So in this example, two motions are not periodic and two is periodic, one is simple harmonic motion. So I think by the help of these examples, you can easily understand which types of motion will be periodic, which types of motion will be oscillatory. Actually, oscillatory motions will be periodic, but it is not necessary that every periodic motions will be oscillatory. So first of all, just keep that factor in your mind. Oscillatory motions, in which oscillatory motions, some mean position or equilibrium position is here, and particle is executing to and fro motion around it. But in case of periodic, maybe some in a point will be here, and particle is going just like this, and now it is coming to here. No oscillation is taking place, only a round trip is taking place. So this motion is periodic, but this is not oscillatory. Clear? So this is the example of oscillatory and periodic motion. I think this example and this discussion, that is all cleared about you. Then let's see next examples. So in next examples, again we have just taken the questions based on simple harmonic and periodic. So in first question, I have just asked you the question about which types of motion is periodic only. And suppose that I have just told you motions that are periodic, that can be oscillatory, but it is not necessary that every oscillatory motions are periodic, because in case of oscillatory motions, there is a to and fro motion about it, a mean position about a point. So that is the case of the oscillation. But here, the case of periodic motion, there is not necessary that there should be to and fro motion about any point. Clear? And also in case of simple harmonic motions, as we have already discussed there, and actually we have to only represent nearly simple harmonic motion, because as you know that perfectly simple harmonic motion is not possible. because when I was explaining the topics, I just told you, like when we were explaining the topic of simple pendulum, and then there were so many conditions to get the perfect simple harmonic oscillation, like the wire or thread we are using, that should be inextensible, that should be flexible, that should be weightless, and also the mass which we are taking to suspend from it, that should be the off point masses. So, and also in case of liquid in U-tube, when we are taking that liquid should be just like the ideal liquid, that should not stick to the walls of the U-tube, and also there should not be the presence of any other medium just like airs and other which can show friction or viscosity on it. So means there should not be any resisting medium present in that system. And next case, like we have just talked about case of floating cylinder, then in that case the material which we are taking, that should be also of the ideal type and uniform. And next the liquid in which it is floating, that liquid should be at rest, and in general that is not possible. You know that there should be some relative motion, and due to their relative motion there will be viscosity. So in general that is damped harmonic oscillation, but nearly if liquid is at rest, then in that case we can obtain nearly simple harmonic motion also. So these are the basic cases to get the perfect oscillations, but nearly here I am just talking about the nearly simple harmonic motion. So we have 4 questions here, 4 cases. We have to categorize these 4 cases, which is periodic but not simple harmonic, or which is periodic or also simple harmonic. Clear? So the first question is the rotation of Earth about its axis. So I have just already discussed this question. The rotation of Earth, that is just like this. So here the initial and final point is same, means after 2 pi rotation it is again repeating its path again. So here the time period is finite also, and here the path is means particle is repeating its path after some finite interval of time. So this motion is periodic, but here we are not seeing any to and fro motion, so that's why that motion is not oscillatory and not simple harmonic. Clear? So the first question, that is motion is periodic but not simple harmonic motion. Clear? In second question, the motion of an oscillating mercury column in U-tube. So this is the same example as we have discussed in the case of motion of liquid in, or oscillation of liquid in U-tube. So in case of U-tube, as mercury column is taking, we are taking, then obviously you know that mercury has the property to not stick on this. So definitely it will perform nearly simple harmonic oscillation if we neglect the presence of air and other resisting forces. Clear? So this motion is simple harmonic, as if some of the displacement will takes place, and due to displacement of the mass of mercury into the U-tube, there will be a restoring force will be developed due to its weight, and also if restoring force will be developed, and we have seen that restoring force is directly proportional to the displacement produced in that system, and also in the opposite direction, means it is just going to start a to and fro motion, and due to that an oscillatory motions will be set up in the system. So this motion is also periodic, this motion is simple harmonic motion. So the second case, that is periodic and also simple harmonic. Clear? I think there is no confusion, students. Only we are talking about if there is to and fro motion about any mean position, then motion will be oscillatory. But if and also that every oscillatory motions are periodic, because if they are going to do to and fro motion, then in that case we are seeing that after some finite interval of time they are repeating its path. So that's why that motion is periodic and also oscillatory. But some of the motions can be periodic, but they are not necessary. It is not necessary that they should be oscillatory also. Next case is that motion of a ball bearing inside a smooth curved ball when released from a point slightly above the lowermost position. So if a ball bearing that is inside a smooth curved ball, and when released from a point slightly, then due to release of it, obviously ball bearing will try to bring it in its original position, in its equilibrium condition. So a restoring force will be developed in the system, and that restoring force will be directly proportional to the displacement caused in that ball bearing. So that is the case of simple harmonic motion also. So here the motion of this ball bearing, that will be also periodic, that will be also simple harmonic. Clear? So these two cases, that are periodic and also simple harmonic. The last case, that is general vibrations of a polyatomic molecules about its equilibrium position. So suppose we have already seen the case of diatomic molecules, and in diatomic molecules, if the molecules are of the same types, means atoms are of the same types, then in that case means homogeneous atoms, if there are, or we are talking about the homogeneous molecules, then in that case they will perform simple harmonic oscillation. But if we are talking about the heterogeneous molecules, and also we are just talking about the polyatomic molecules, suppose that I am not talking about the dipoles here, just suppose that there is the polyatomic molecules, then obviously each molecule will perform simple harmonic oscillation, and due to their oscillation, their frequencies can be different, because molecules direction and orientations, that all are different, and due to that they will have the different frequencies. So due to different frequencies of vibrations, their period, that will be not finite, that will not be constant. So here the motion will not be simple harmonic. Clear? So means their to and fro motion is not going here, so this motion will not be simple harmonic. So this is the basic case, so don't be confused, every atom will perform, or every molecule will perform simple harmonic. No, polyatomic molecules cannot perform simple harmonic oscillation due to their range of frequency, due to their different frequencies. Because if different frequencies are there, then due to different frequencies, this motion is periodic already, this is periodic, they are doing to and fro motion, but they have the different range of frequencies, and due to different frequencies, all frequencies will be superimposed over each other. And if you put the law of the principle of superposition and try to solve to get a resultant displacement for their all oscillatory motions, then the superpositions of simple harmonic oscillations of different frequencies is not simple harmonic. We can prove it in case of the superpositions of simple harmonic oscillation. If the frequencies will be equal, then their superpositions will be also simple harmonic, and means the resultant will also perform simple harmonic motion. But if the frequencies are different and they are superimposed over each other, then the resultant motion, that will not be simple harmonic motion. So this motion is periodic. The molecules that through which it is made up of, that are executing simple harmonic, but their superposition, their resultant is not simple harmonic. So if we are talking about polyatomic molecule, not the molecule, molecules will be simple harmonic, they will perform simple harmonic, but their superposition for a polyatomic molecule, that will not be simple harmonic, as the resultant of them is not the equation. We don't obtain the equation for the simple harmonic there. You can prove it by taking two, suppose that you can take two displacements of different frequencies, and now try to add them by the principle of superposition. The principle of superposition says us that if different systems that have different displacements, suppose that we have three vibrations, one has y1 displacement, second has y2 displacement, third has y3 displacement in different directions, then if we do the algebraic sum of them, then due to algebraic, means if suppose that two motions are going on, they are superimposing over each other, they are mixing, then due to mix up of that motion, definitely there will be some resultant motion. So how can you calculate the displacement of that resultant motion? So their principle of superposition helps us This principle tells us simply that the resultant of the resultant displacement of the resultant motion, that will be simply algebraic sum of the individual displacements of the system. Clear? So if these three are the individual displacements, so this will represent simply the resultant displacement of the superposition of them. So with the help of this equation you can calculate the resultant displacement, and after that you will see that the motion is not simple harmonic. Clear? So this is the case here, that's why I have just taken, because this case is little complicated here. Clear? And I think now if you will get any example to distinguish whether it is periodic, whether it is simple harmonic, then you are now able to solve it easily. So the next question is about also periodic motion. So as I have just given you some language problem, like suppose I have just given you some cases and conditions for which we have to categorize whether the motion is periodic or whether the motion is simple harmonic. We have to just show it. But if suppose that motion is represented by some graphical way, so if we are representing it by graphs, then can you just distinguish it whether the motion is periodic or not? So let's see some problems based on this also. So the first question here, we have four graphs that is given. We have to categorize them with which motion is periodic, and in some cases I have just given you also value of time here. So what will be its time period? How can we tell it? So first of all, in first question, as you are seeing that this is displacement time graph that is given here. So in displacement time graph, as we are seeing that this curve is just going to infinite, means it will there is no indication for the motion where the particle is returning to its position or original position again. Means here here not any repetition of the path for the particle, so that's why it will not return to its position again. So here it is not the periodic motion. In case of periodic motion, it is necessary that particles repeats its path again after some certain interval of time, or some certain after some certain period of time. So here, as it is not returning, so this is not periodic. Clear? In second case, here some of you can easily say that it is not periodic, but let's see the time it is taking to return to its original position. As we are seeing that it is started to displace like this, and now it is again returning to its original position. Again it is going to displace, and again it is returning to its original position, going to displace, and again which path it is taking, that is not that should be uniform. That is not mandatory here. Only the main thing for the periodic, that is the time period that will be some finite or constant, that have some constant value, and also particles should repeat its motion after the certain interval of time. So as you are seeing that it is repeating its motion also after every 1 second. So here the period of time to displace from one point, suppose that this is one point and particle is going to displace from this, and it is going in whether from any path, that is not necessary, and now it is again returning to its original position in 1 second. Clear? Here it goes to this point and again it returns to its position in 1 second. Again now it is going to vibrate, and again it is coming in 1 second. So in 1 second it is just repeating its path again and again. So this motion is periodic motion, as its time period is constant, that is finite here, and that is equal for all closed motion, that is it taking. Clear? So this is periodic motion, and its period of oscillation, that is 1 second. The next problem, that is it is given third case. So So in third case, as you are seeing, if some of you are seeing it is identical, no. In this person we are seeing that here the motion is coming in this way, and this is the curved path it is taking, and again it is coming, and some of the curved path in between this also, here some curve. So as this motion is not identical, and also here the time it is taking, that is not identical also. So this motion is not periodic motion. Suppose that here if here time 1, here time 2, 3 something, 1, 2. So in this way you are seeing that your time is not constant for the motion, so that's why this motion is not periodic. So first of all you have to see in the graph, if time is mentioned there, then let's see whether it is taking the same time to complete its one oscillation or simple one periodic motion, then that motion will be periodic. In next case, this motion is also is displacement time graph, and it is the form of sine or cos wave. Hence, you have already know this form of sine cos waves or simple any technometrical waves. So here we are seeing that the period of oscillation, that is constant. One period will be completed when it will complete just like this. So if it is completing its path, then here the time period, that is equal to 2 seconds here. Again it is taking 2 seconds, again it is taking 2 seconds. So that's why in this way we are seeing that it is repeating its path after every 2 seconds. So the time that it is taking to repeat its path, that is 2 seconds, that is finite, and also it is repeating its path again and again. So this motion is periodic, and also this motion is oscillatory. This is also simple harmonic motion. As you know that harmonic motions are represented by trigonometrical functions, and we have used sine and cos functions to represent it already when we were discussing chapter. So this motion is also simple harmonic, this motion is periodic, this motion is oscillatory. So there are 4 graphical forms, and I think I've just explained it and there is no confusion. Now in next question, suppose that we have a numerical problem. I haven't written it that, just listen it. We have a spring mass system. A spring is attached to any fixed end, and the spring constant, spring factor, that is given, that is 1200 Newton per meter, and also we have attached a 3 kg mass to it. Clear? This is a spring mass system. 3 kg mass is attached to a spring which has a spring constant 1200, and now we are allowed to displace this mass by some displacement 2 cm by the application of force on it. Then obviously you know that in this spring mass system, due to displacement, a restoring force will be developed in the opposite direction, and also due to that restoring force, this will be starts to vibrate. This all things we have already seen in the case of theoretical wave. And also we have to calculate here what will be the frequency of oscillation. First question is that what is the frequency of oscillation, how can we calculate it? First of all, what is given here, that is the spring constant K, that is given here. Second factor, that is given mass of the object that is attached to this spring, that is 3 kg. And third factor, we are now displacing it by some 2 cm and convert it into the meter first. So 0.02. Clear? Now what we have to do, we have to solve or find out its frequency. So you know that the omega angular frequency, that is given by K by m here. And also if you with the help of omega, its value is 2 pi nu. So you can calculate what will be the value of nu from here. So 3 will be 1 upon 2 pi root K by m. The value of K is 1200. Value of m, that is equal to 3. You will solve it, then it will be 400. That means 20 we will obtain. So finally we will obtain 20 upon 2 pi or 10 by 5. This will be the frequency of its oscillation. Clear? You can solve it by putting its value, the value of pi here also. The next question is that here, what will be the maximum acceleration here? So as you know that acceleration that is given by omega square y, clear? And here y is given, its value is 0.02 centimeter. So this is the maximum acceleration that can be possible in it. So as a 2 centimeter we have displaced it, so maximum displacement here that is placed, that is 0.02 meter here. And if you put these two values here, omega, value of omega we can calculate easily with the help of k by m. Value of omega square is k by m and y. Then now the three values we have already. What is the value of this? This is 1200, this is 3 and this is this value. So you can solve it by putting it simply. So this is the way to solve the maximum acceleration produced in it. And also we can solve what will be the maximum velocity that in the system of spring mass. So maximum velocity that is given by a omega. So the maximum a is the amplitude of the oscillation, and you can find out easily what is the amplitude as maximum displacement we have taken this. So this will be the amplitude also. So here we can put this value and you can solve it. What will be the value of omega here? Root k by m. And with the help of it, we can easily solve what will be the value of maximum velocity. So with the to solve actually the numerical problems of the simple harmonic oscillations, here just what I want to tell you. We have just solve so many formulas we have derived for velocity, for time period, for frequency, for angular frequency, for acceleration, velocity, energies. So the questions can be asked based on these all. So you have to just remind them, you have to keep that formula in your mind, and after that you will be able to solve it very easily. So in next classes we will see numerical problems based on this chapter also. Here I am just giving you a glimpse of that. After that tomorrow we will solve it. So today let's end the class here. In next classes we will do the numerical formula and so many questions. Okay, so thank you.